What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back. And I just witnessed the Cleveland Cavaliers get absolutely dismantled and destroyed by the Indiana Pacers in Game 4. That was a difficult game to watch from start to finish, and honestly not that entertaining. I thought it was going to be a better game, but I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are falling apart, and it is sad to see because this team has done so much this season, and I really did think, like this team has a shot to get to the finals, but now being down 3-1 to Indiana, they are going back to Cleveland for Game 5, but this is going to be a real uphill battle, and not to mention Donovan Mitchell exited the game with an ankle injury, I believe, so he is probably going to be questionable to play in Game 5. I would imagine he's going to play. But he's been doing everything. He's been doing everything and then some. Like, this dude is packing the stat sheet. And, I don't even know what to say. They put up a stat early on in the game that said in the series so far, he's averaging 41.6 points per game. It's incredible. Like, it's absolutely... And someone was like, oh, I think that's a typo. No, not a typo. Not a typo. Donovan Mitchell is just that guy. And it seems like... we're just not going to see the Cavs make it to the conference finals. And I really did think that was going to be like the marker for them to hit, right? Because, I understand it's like, this team, number one seed in the East, they'll probably get to the conference finals against the Celtics. Who knows about that anymore? Celtics are down 2-1 against the Knicks with, them, having Game 4 in New York on Monday. I'm recording this on Sunday. But... I don't even know what to really say about the Cavs anymore. The whole game was just wild. I mean, they went into halftime down 41 points. 41 points. They had 39 points, the Cavs did, and the Pacers had 80. Okay? The defense from the Cleveland Cavaliers was just absolutely atrocious. Like, it was an abomination if I've ever seen one. And... I can tell Kenny Atkinson is probably back in that locker room right now, just ripping into guys, because there's no excuse. There's no excuse. And, Donovan Mitchell, like I said, he left the game. I think, after half, he just didn't come back in. And his plus-minus for the night was negative 35. The worst out of the whole team. But, again, I have to cut this dude some slack, because, what more can he do? He came into the game averaging 41 points in the series. He had a 48-point game, and they still lost in Game 2. So, it just seems like the rest of the team is not able to do what they need to do. Obviously, that Game 2 where they were missing Evan Mobley and Darius Garland, and they lost by 1, with that Halliburton, game-winning shot. I think that really just dragged the momentum down. It was okay, the Cavs might be able to sneak one. They have their guys out, and they still lose that game, even though they fought all the way to the end. It's just, I definitely could see Donovan Mitchell is just deflated on some level, right? I think after the injury, it's okay, what more can I do here? So I don't know, man. I mean, credit to the Pacers too, right? I think everyone was doubting them. I personally did not think that they were going to come out and whoop the Cavs in Game 1, whoop the Cavs Game 2, and beat them 2 times in a row. At home, and I shouldn't say whoop, but to just win 2 games on the road against the number 1 seed in the conference as a team that no one really thought was going to make noise is pretty impressive. But again, whoop probably isn't the right word. So just defeating the Cavs 2 times in a row, and then going up 3-1, right? It seems like they're going back to the conference finals. And, the Cavs, I think, will probably be able to sneak at least one more game out of this, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good, but, much credit to the Pacers. They look like a very solid team. They really have a deep roster, it seems like. Ben Shepherd doing his thing, Andrew Nembhard doing his thing. Ben Mathurin actually got ejected a minute and 20 seconds into the game, because I guess he threw a punch at DeAndre Hunter's chest, and then DeAndre Hunter pushed him. I don't know. I thought at first he like hit him like, below the belt, and I was like, okay, that deserves to, get an ejection. But it wasn't really below the belt, and he still, I guess, curled up a fist, but seemed a little strange. But, they've been jawing at each other. Ben Mathurin and DeAndre Hunter have been jawing at each other the entire series, it seems like. So I guess the refs are just trying to keep it under control. But yeah, he got ejected mad quick, so he was out. But Ben Mathurin, I think he's a great player. He's a feisty dude for sure too. He just brings a lot of energy. But yeah, man, I don't know what the Cavs are gonna do. Like, they were playing so bad that Tristan Thompson played the entire fourth quarter, right? And no knock on Tristan Thompson, but like, Tristan Thompson does not play anymore, really. So the fact that you're subbing him in for the entire fourth quarter says something, right? You threw in the towel that early, but they had to. So I don't know what's going to happen in this series, man. I think probably what we'll see is Indiana will move on to the conference finals, whether that's in Game 5 or Game 6. I think it's probably going to happen in one of those games. Probably more likely that it happens in Game 6. I don't think the Cavs will be able to extend it to 7 games, but I've been wrong plenty before, so maybe I'll be wrong again. That would definitely make for an interesting series, and I would welcome it. So that's all I got, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the series. What do you think's going on here? Who do you think is going to come away with the series win? Who do you think is going to move on to the conference finals? I want to know your thoughts. And I also want your prayers, because the NBA draft lottery is tomorrow. Probably by the time I post this, it'll be that day, Monday the 12th. Wizards are going to get the number 1 overall pick. I can feel it in my bones. But I hope you guys all tune in. Draft lottery is one of my favorite times of the year, especially because I'm a Wizards fan, so I really need it to turn out in my favor, if you know what I'm saying. So that's all I got, guys. I'm gonna check you later. Stay safe, stay up, stay blessed, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.